When you want only the best for your pet, check out AbbybellPetDesigns.com. We offer quality products such as floppy beds, crate pads, round pet beds, pillow slip covers, belly bands, and more. All products come in a variety of colors and sizes, guaranteed to satisfy your pet's particular style. Your pet deserves to be pampered, so shop at AbbybellPetDesigns.com. If you don't see the item you want listed in our shop, just drop us a line and we'll be glad to make the product of your pet's dreams. AbbybellPetDesigns.com.
And now, it's time to stand for truth.
How are you? How's everything going for you on this Thursday? Hey, Noelle. Hey, Marianne, Chessie, Allen. How is everybody? Oh, I've had about 4 hours of sleep that I'm working on, so hopefully I will stay awake. Hello, Marianne. How's everything in Vegas? Me too. Yeah, I know. Gosh, I think I saw you on the feed last night. Hey, Carmen. Good morning, Noelle. Coffee. Oh, goodness gracious. I know. Hey, Daniel. Good to see you. As you're coming in, just a reminder, my ears are not like yours. Available at Amazon.com to give an encouraging word to children everywhere. Buy it today at Amazon.com. Me too. Watched the three. I was, it's only midnight for me. So till 1 o'clock. Hey, Brandon, it was well worth staying up for. Hey, David, but I only got about 4 hours sleep because I had to get up at 5. Hey, Cully, but I would not have wanted to miss that historical moment for anything. Let me quickly, if I can, while you're inviting people in, if you will, because I'm not sure people getting notifications anymore. Let me read Psalm 95. Oh, come, let us sing to the Lord. Let us shout joyfully to the rock of our salvation. Let us come before his presence with thanksgiving. Let us shout joyfully to him with psalms. For the Lord is the great God and the great King above all gods. In his hand are the deep places of the earth. The heights of the hills are his also. The sea is his, for he made it, and his hands formed the dry land. Oh, come, let us worship and bow down. Let us kneel before the Lord and Maker. He is our God, and we are the people of his pasture and the sheep of his hand. Today, if you will hear his voice, do not harden your hearts as in the rebellion, as in the day of trial in the wilderness when your fathers tested me. They tried me, though they saw my work. For 40 years I was grieved with that generation and said, it is a people who go astray in their hearts, and they do not know my ways. So I swore in my wrath, they shall not enter my rest. Whew. Don't want to be on that side. Okay, so it looks like some people may not have gotten the notifications, but that's okay. I had to see what Melania was wearing too, Marianne said. And the second lady, of course, right? You wanted to really know what she was wearing. Yeah, it didn't surprise me that at 3 in the morning, both she and Karen Pence were wearing slacks instead of dress and heels, high heels as normal. Hey, Robert, good to see you. There is some breaking news I wanted to talk to you about really quickly here. Hey, Joey, good to see you. The meeting with North Korea, the dictator Kim Jong-un, will be on June 12th in Singapore. That was just announced. Yeah, she looked beautiful. I mean, I don't care if it's 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5, 12 in the afternoon. I mean, she always looks great. So, I mean, nothing new there. The media would never admit that she looks great, but she looks fantastic. Good morning, Joey. And also, the other breaking news is that, and I know I will not pronounce his name correctly, I'm sure, Kevin Kamenetz, the Maryland governor, a candidate, died of a heart attack this morning. Yeah, he was only 60 years old. He had a cardiac arrest this morning and died. I know, I would have worn my pajamas too, Marianne. Seriously. Why bother? And of course, the president and vice president were in suit and tie. Hey, Lori, good morning. Marlene, good to see you. I know it was not, so unexpected. Everybody is very shocked. I know he looked very young and healthy. He did, Lisa. I know. it's shocking, and I think people are mourning his death. People who knew him thought he was a great person, and so it just gone like in a blink of an eye, as they say. Marlene, how is your situation with your dogs? I saw that you were at the animal hospital last night. I can't. Time is kind of slipping on me there, but I think you were there again last night. Hey, Donald, good to see you. Just want to make sure everything is okay with your puppies. How many people stayed up and watched last night at 3 in the morning? Anybody? You did. Lori did. Okay. Chezzy did. Wouldn't miss it. Marianne said. Joy did. Good. Noelle. Cully went to sleep. Cully's like, I don't really care. I'll see it on the replay. It was really good. I mean, seriously, I did not want to miss that historical moment, even though it was recorded. I wanted to say that, I saw it. Touch and go. You'll have to read this. Oh, no. Oh, no. Marlene, I'm so sorry. I was so excited I couldn't sleep. It was more moving. Yes, it was. Hey, Monique. Good morning, Susan. Wonderful news about the 5 top ISIS terrorists caught and that the hostages from North Korea were brought home. Also, I'm going early to Trump's rally in Elkhart, Indiana in a few hours. Great. Great, Monique. I tell you, I don't know. The president, look, he had a dinner. I know. I felt sorry for Otto's parents, and they did keep mentioning it. What happened? Trump meet Rocket Man on June 12th in Singapore. That's when he's going to meet the Rocket Man. Hey, Jess, how are you? Just Bourdain. President Trump never sleeps. He had a dinner with people last night. I don't think he does, Chezzy. And then after the dinner, I don't know. He has a rally. Does he have a rally today, Monique? Is it in Indiana today? I didn't stay up, but my husband did. Monique is saying she's going to go to a rally in a few hours. So I didn't know that he was going to Indiana. I know, thank God for Trump. Tonight is the rally. Like, how do you ever sleep? My gosh. I'll tell you something. He gets up, he goes out, he meets those people at 2 o'clock in the morning after, like I said, having dinner with these people in the White House. He probably got no sleep at all. He's going now to another rally. I don't think former President Obama even got up before 10 o'clock in the morning. He needs to do the rally in his PJs. I know. Yeah, Monique is going to the rally. Monique, you really should Periscope. Just saying. Periscope from the rally so let us all see what's going on. I mean, if you don't want to show your face for whatever reason, a lot of people don't like to be on Periscope, but you should Periscope and let us all see. Maybe he has power naps. I know. He got to do something. And he's 71. He looked refreshed at 3 in the morning. They all did. And so then, now he goes again to another rally, and he'll be back probably right on time at work on, I don't know what time he gets to work, probably, 7 in the morning. I was scheduled in South Bend, but moved to Elkhart. Starts at 6, but doors open at 4, and I'm going at 2. So excited. Don't forget to Periscope. I know, Red Bull. There are some people that only sleep 3 hours and do well. My mother was like that, Chezzy. Betty will have those 3 guys with him. Oh, I don't know, Cully. Maybe. But they look, I felt so bad for the one gentleman. He had been there the longest. He'd been there for 3 years. 3 years. Another one that Obama left behind. We can scroll on Periscope now. Huh. Cool. So he'd been there for 3 years. I saw a picture of him when they put him in the jail. Hey, Melanie. Hey, Hassan. When they put him in the jail, and then like 3 years later, he looked like he had aged 20 years in the 3-year period. It looked like, they didn't show it up close, but it looked like he had a lot of dental issues and things of that nature. His hair had thinned out. I know, it was so sad. And he was the one that Vice President Pence said this morning that when they got to Alaska, malnutrition. I know, probably lost his hair and everything else. But when he got to Alaska, he asked to see the sun because he had not seen the sun in a really long time. So that's just, unbelievable. I no no. Monique is asking if there's an attire protocol, pants, dress, skirt for the rally. I would go comfortable. I would wear jeans to the rally. If you're just going to a rally, I mean, you're just going to be there with a whole bunch of other people, stuck together. I would wear jeans or shorts if it's warm enough in Indiana. Hey, Teresa, be comfortable. Monique, you want to be comfortable. Yeah. Marianne said she wore jeans when she saw Trump. So what happened? Sorry, been a busy week. So what happened about what, Brandon? About the prisoners being released from North Korea. They came home last night, 3 in the morning Eastern Standard Time. Tell Monique dressed similar to Melania. Lori, I don't think you'd want to do that because, I don't care how beautiful you are. You're not going to stand up next to her. I would go casual. I would absolutely go casual. I would wear, if I had a Trump hat, Trump cap, I'd wear that. I'd wear a Trump t-shirt and I'd wear jeans. And that's the way I would go. I would be comfortable because you're going to be, like I said, in a whole crowd of people. You need great walking shoes. You need to be comfortable. Okay, that's what happened with the prisoners. Such great news. I know, Brandon. Oh, cool. I'll wear capris and flats with a MAGA hat. Oh, Monique, you'll be perfect. Absolutely perfect. That'll be wonderful. I mean, how exciting, another rally, another chance to see the president. Unbelievable. Hey, Danielle, how are you? That is why they look so much older when they leave the office. I know, Don. It's like, but I don't know that President Trump's going to look older. I really don't know. He, to do what he does at his age, and he's done it his whole life, I don't even know. It's just amazing. Let's talk a little bit about Gina Haspel. I don't know, did everybody watch yesterday? He's always been like this. I know, Chesney, always. Did anybody see the hearing yesterday, the confirmation hearing with Gina Haspel? Ellen, wasn't it? It was hard to watch. You knew when the Democrats opened their mouths, arrogant Kamala. Yeah, she is. I could think of another word, but I won't say it. In case Skippy. Trump has the stamina of a dragon. Something. Yeah, Kamala was doing her best to be the Maxine Waters Jr. that she is. Oregon made you man. When she was just, okay, yes or no, yes or no. Okay, just answer yes or no. You didn't answer that. Well, she did. You didn't want to hear the answer that she gave. And it was amazing to listen to her sit up there, try to make her say, Democrats are hateful, Danielle, especially the politicians, to try to make her say that what America did, she is a bully, Marianne, that's good analogy. Hey, Jerry, she was trying to make her say that what the torturing that was conducted after 9/11 wasn't moral. Now, what she really was doing, this was, there were 2 protesters that got arrested that had to be taken out of there, Gina. But by making her say that it wasn't moral, that was her intent. What Kamala was really doing, it wasn't against Haspel so much. It is the fact that she wanted her to say that America wasn't moral, because that's what it was. If Gina had said, oh yeah, that wasn't moral and it was despicable, then it would be America was immoral and America was despicable, and that's exactly what Kamala Harris wanted her to say. And I'm glad that she didn't say it. Difference between torture and interrogation, Alexis said. And Alexis, the other point is that, as Gina said, I wasn't in the top management, if you will. That's exactly what she wanted. Yep, Alan, it just so sickening. But she was saying I wasn't in the top echelon. There, it wasn't her job at the time to do anything about, whether or not they could do torture or not. But and she pointed out Brennan was the top 4 in the top 4 position. And guess what? Brennan did nothing to stop the torture, and they confirmed Brennan lickety split. You know why? Because he was a Democrat, and they didn't mention anything about it. And another thing, they sit there and they talk about morals, and Kamala Harris talks about morals, but it's okay for abortions. Abortions are okay. Alexis, they probably were doing waterboarding at that time. I thought women were expected to support other women. Oh, yeah, KCP, as long as they're Democrat women. It surprises me that they represent anyone. Yeah, yes or no? Yes or no? What do you think? Yes or no? But, I mean, abortions are okay. Abortions, no moral issues there. Have as many as you want. But torture after 9/11, oh, that's not okay. And as Gina said, things have changed. She went by what was in, the Army manual or whatever. That's what they're doing. Alexis, they weren't interrogating at that time. They were waterboarding people after 9/11. And it's okay. They were waterboarding. They've changed that policy. They don't do it anymore. Look who these people represent. They have no morals. Exactly. Gina isn't a lawyer. That's true. Democrats are so hypocritical. They have a twisted sense of morality. They sure do. I watched the entire hearing. Kamala is a witch. You didn't answer my question. I want a yes or no. Who is she? Moses? She thinks she's God, I think, Monique. Yes, waterboarding and more. Yeah, they did some other things. The tapes were 92 tapes against one person, I think, that they were doing. Isn't she accused of torturing a pregnant woman? Torture is when you inflict pain in order to watch a person suffer and die. Alexis, whatever you want to call it, they did do some physical things to one of the terrorists. I honestly, that's after 9/11, they say they learned from that or whatever. I mean, a terrorist would have done that and more to any American, and they did. Off topic, but did you see? Yes, Kimberly Guilfoyle. Yeah, I saw that, Lori. He's not even divorced yet. 9/11 mastermind is voting no for her. And Collie, so is John McCain. John McCain is also voting no, and so is Kamala Harris. And John McCain is asking for others to vote no as well. John McCain said just because there was torture, he can't go for her. But did they get the information? That's what's important. I know, Dee. And obviously they did. Yeah, so far Rand Paul is against her. When I see John McCain, when is John McCain going to die? I don't know. Again, I don't wish John McCain any ill will, or anything else. I don't want to speak poorly of him in that regard. But as a senator, he's a jerk. The same people beheading folks over there, Dems, should give them asylum and a trial. I know, Brandon. And so Gina was talking about one of those people that had been killed, a mother. I don't know what's going on with your scope feed. That's how they got info on the couriers who carried more plans to destroy from waterboarding. Yeah. I don't understand Rand Paul. Joey, I don't know. Many people don't understand Rand Paul. I think that's one of the things about Rand Paul. In my opinion, he's just a little quirky. One minute he's voting for Mitch McConnell, who is just the biggest rhino ever. And the next minute he's worried about, the CIA director after he was confirmed as the CIA director. He's worried about him becoming the Secretary of State. I know he stays on the fence. He's erratic, as Jerry said. It's like, come on, Rand. What do you want to do? Vote for a Democrat? I mean, here's your choice. Yes or no, Rand Paul? Yes or no? I just want him to shut up and spend time with his family. Hatred doesn't help your health. That's true. Rand has potential, but, Dante said, techniques resulted in info that saved American lives. That's right, Alexis. I don't have a problem with it. I mean, that's what she was told to do. That's what the United States followed. She wasn't involved in the torture herself. I think that she was there like a year after it all started. It was probably even over with. She also, the questions they were asking, well, if President Trump, this insane man, they didn't say that word, but that's what they meant. If President Trump told you to do something, would you go and torture people? Come on, Kamala. Come on, you other Democrats. You know the answer to that. You know why you asked that. You just wanted, to get your opinion out there about the president. And I'll tell you something. Here's the other thing that's going on right now. The new thing, and you've probably already picked up on this. The new thing against the president, they hand out the memo and say, okay, this week here's what you want to talk about. It's all about a moral compass. That's it. The same as war. You don't hate when you're fighting. You love what you're fighting for. Exactly. Hey, Catherine, how are you? I know you haven't been here in so long. We've missed you. Were you ever alone with Trump? I know. Were you ever alone with Trump? Yes. And he wanted me to waterboard him, but I decided I wouldn't. I mean, come on. Well, Comey was alone with him. Yeah, Comey was a freak, and he still is a freak, okay? So, not everybody's like Comey. Not everybody's obsessed about the grandfather clock. And I think if she were alone with Trump, it would be okay. I know if you ask you to be loyal. I mean, I don't know. Wouldn't your employer ask you to be loyal? That, to me, is not anything wrong. Let's see. Monique said, unbelievable. Somebody asked Gina where her moral compass was when the torture took place. If I could have, I would have said my moral compass was serving, protecting you along with our nation at the time. I know, Monique. I tell you, these people are the whiniest people ever. All they do is talk down about America or anybody President Trump is connected with in any way. I don't want to employ who isn't. I know, Dee, me either. She has the nerve to talk about rule of law. Look at California and the rule of law. I know, Marlene, and she's part of the problem in California. She is all for sanctuary cities. Congress is still using the 30-hour debate on each candidate for appointment. I believe your oath of office asks you to be loyal. Yep. They love the gotcha questions, Brandon said. I know. I wonder how many people Obama asked to be loyal. Chesney, he probably didn't have to because they were in lockstep from the moment they laid eyes on him. Hey, Junior, good morning. How are you? Kamala just jonesing for presidential campaign clips. Yep. Delay and distract. That's the liberal movement. That's right. When did the U.S. get morals back and just look at some of our career politicians? Don said. All declare they will be loyal. Well, you have to be loyal to the Constitution, supposedly. But some of these people who don't believe in the Constitution have taken an oath of office that they obviously don't believe in. The press conferences has to change. Yeah, those are just ridiculous. Those are absolutely over the top, waste of time, ridiculous. Sorry, they are liars. Yeah, well, they are, Alexis, that's for sure. And it's just, it's getting more and more obvious. Oh my God, Kamala sounded like a clown yesterday during the confirmation hearing. Junior, she sounds like that every time she opens her mouth, whether she's on the Ellen DeGeneres show or sitting there in Congress. She sounds like a clown. Sounds like a clown, walks like a clown, quacks like one. Maybe she is a clown, that too. I can't stand the woman. Same Black caucus who didn't stand when Trump talked about low black unemployment. Yeah. They should move the press back across the street again. Absolutely, Alan. They really should. Just watch Pelosi discredit Trump with every time she spoke on the press. I can't even watch those press conferences because I saw, it came up and I saw it in my phone and it had Maxine Waters. I don't even want to see that woman. I hate how they treat Sarah in the press conference. Yep. And she's your senator. Catherine, she's my senator as well. Ugh. Hey, I know, clown. A new word. Yeah, the whole time I was watching Kamala, I was thinking, you know what? You would have no problems voting for Willie Brown, now would you? And here's a woman, all these, whether the allegations about Willie Brown and her are true or not, she did show up at I think it was a birthday party for him on his arm when he was a married man. I don't know if she was married or not at the time. I don't know. But I bet if Willie Brown were in there yesterday, she would have had no problems voting for him. I love Sarah. She's everything all those Democrats aren't, Chesney said. Yeah. Oh, poor Sarah, but she handles April well. She handles them all well, Dandy. She really does. Oh, yeah. Kamala definitely fooled everyone when she was running for California Senate. She didn't fool me, Junior. I, I wouldn't vote for that woman if you put a gun to my head. I seriously wouldn't. Sarah is awesome. Somebody just said, and I didn't see who it was, said Menendez, who voted against the Iran deal, is now saying we shouldn't have pulled out of it. I feel sorry for Sarah. I was thinking about Sarah this morning. At the time is a phrase loved by government officials. That's right, Brandon. Just thinking about Willie and her. I know, Catherine. I was just thinking this morning, I wonder if Sarah will stay like a full 8 years if Trump is reelected, and I'm hoping that he will be. But I wonder if she'll step down or she'll stay. Kamala is a wannabe. She's a wannabe everything. Hey, just said, good morning, my Sue. Listen to Mark Levin. He had someone on who received second-degree burns in the Pentagon from the 9/11 attacks. He said that was torture he and others went through in the process. That's a good point, Josette. I have to admit, I voted for her. Regret it now. Oh, I'd never vote for her. Junior, never vote for a Democrat. Never. Sanders should stay. She has nerves of steel. Yes. Menendez from New Jersey on Pelosi press conference this morning. What do you think about Iran pullout? I didn't hear. We did absolutely the exact thing that we should have. We had a horrible deal. Is Kamala her real name? I think so, Cully. I have no reason to think it otherwise. We should have gotten out of the Iran deal. It was a stupid deal. It was a deal that did not benefit the United States in any way. It was a deal that allowed Iran to basically police itself. I mean, a little child could have done a better contract than that. Sanders is a champion. Yeah, she is. I mean, that was the most one-sided agreement ever. There wasn't any real candidate that ran against Kamala. Yeah, I should have just... You should have written in... Mickey Mouse would have been better than Kamala Harris. Gone are the days of weak negotiations. Oh, but all those Dems with Pelosi talk so bad about our president. Well, Dandy, that's because they're afraid of our president. You got Nancy Pelosi up there saying, gosh, if we can just get the House back, we're going to take away your tax cuts. Should have written in Susan Knowles. Hey, you know what? I would have written in my name over Kamala Harris. I would have written in anybody's name over Kamala Harris. Rosatom Energy Company met with Iranians and EU nations, so they are mad the nuclear deal is off. I'm sure they are. And you have to wonder if some of that uranium, it made its way over to Iran at some point. Because of our stupid one-sided voting rules here in California, no Republican on the ballot, didn't vote for senator. Yeah, Noelle, I didn't vote for her. I will never vote Democrat. Ever. Ever. Same Pelosi who said we have to vote for Obamacare to know what's in it. Yep, remember Rosatom is connected to Uranium One. That's right. That's why I said, Jerry, I wonder if that Uranium One made its way over to Iran. And all of these countries that wanted to stay in, they're getting money off of that 100 to 150 billion that we gave back to Iran. They're getting money off of it. They don't want the well to dry up. So there you go. How was your day off, Susan? Junior, it was great. I took my dogs. We went for a nice walk around the lake. It was really nice. Did you get your ballot yesterday? I did. We got ours about a week ago, Catherine. And it'll be, I haven't seen it. My husband put it somewhere. I have no idea where it's at. Will we get the money Obama gave because we pulled out? No. We're not getting any money back. That money's gone. That's history. That money sent over there in cash is gone. But it'll be interesting to see if where the polling booth is going to be at the same place it's always been for years, or are they going to screw around with it and place it somewhere where people don't know where to go? Craziest thing about Obama's decision on the Iranian deal and so many others is that he made them despite the pushback in Congress, and we the people never got a vote. Yep. He didn't ask Congress, Monique. He didn't go to Congress. It brought our uranium from Russia. Yeah, I'm sure they bought our uranium from Russia. That's what I was thinking, Alan. Or it just got delivered there, from Mueller maybe. So let's see. Also, some other news. As you know, last night, Israel struck back against Iran. Iran should know better. It's like, I know, Mueller. Huh. I'm sure Obama is so mad. I was 2 for 8 years. I know. So Israel went over there in Syria and hit multiple places because what did Iran do? They were lobbing missiles. About 20 rockets, I think, came over into the Golan Heights and in that area. And so Israel just went back over there and decimated certain areas near Damascus. So I don't know. It's like Amir Safadi said, you hit us, we're going to hit you harder. And they sure did. And I don't know, we'll hear from Amir what happened. We're probably not going to hear from mainstream media just how bad it was. But a lot of people, I think, got killed. Iranians, maybe Syrians. Trump told Iran to stand down. Exactly. I heard a Democrat call Iran deal a treaty. Almost smashed my TV, K-Sippy said. Yeah, don't mess with Israel. That's true. Isn't that amazing? Too bad doesn't Trump bypass Congress and make all the decisions he wants to make. Well, they should be done correctly, but yeah, it would be, as it should be hit back even harder. Yep, Kerry trying to keep back foot deaths going to add him in. Back doors, foot, I don't know what that means. Love Amir, just listened to him a few ago. Iran was on the brink of collapse before Iran deal kicked in. Absolutely it was. Backdoor, Kacher. Yeah, and the Obama administration, I'm sorry, they built Iran up and gave them more power than they had. And those poor people over there, the citizens of Iran, they had no power in Congress because of Trump. They've had no power in Congress for years. They don't want to do their jobs. They never do. If anybody could right now, if you would please retweet, we're past the halfway point. I would really appreciate it if you would retweet. Didn't Nunez call for Kerry to be arrested? No. He called for Sessions to be held in contempt of court. Where do you look to get Amir's info? There are two places, Teresa. You can go on Facebook. That's usually where he goes live and you get it right away. Go to Facebook and look up Behold Israel and join that page. You can also see it on YouTube and on their site at beholdisrael.org. But if you want it live, go to Facebook and join up there. Democrat press conference today said nothing on the three men. Of course not. They're in the mainstream media. Some people are saying, oh, that was just a publicity stunt. That's all that was. Yeah, 3 people get hostages that were prisoners for the past 3 years under Obama, I might add to you. And they get released, and that was a publicity stunt. Huh. Yeah, another win. Thanks, Susan. My mental health can only take a couple hours of politics a day. It's okay, K-Sipia. I understand. Thanks for coming in. Isn't that amazing? Too bad. Yeah, I know. The art of the deal in action. I mean, good Lord. If this guy doesn't get a Nobel Peace Prize, I don't know. I mean, I know he's not. Obama just showed up. He got his Nobel Peace Prize just for showing up. But, I mean, this man has worked harder than any president that I think we've ever had. And he's done more in such a short period of time. It's amazing. And nothing ever, like, when you're sitting there going, I wonder if they're doing anything in the White House. You don't need to wonder more than, like, 2 seconds because everything is going on all the time. They were talking about Cohen in Russia this morning, not much in Korea, nor the prisoner release. Yeah. And they didn't want to tell you, right? The liberals will go in their pants if President Trump gets that prize. Yes. If I click to retweet, I will have to literally reboot my phone only on your script. That's okay, Teresa. Do it afterwards if you don't mind. Left is acting more like Iran than Americans. I have to do winning like baseball. Yeah. But, there's something going on at the White House all the time. They are doing stuff all the time. I don't think anybody sleeps. I don't think anybody has a life outside of the White House. And you know what? That's fine by me because when you signed up for the people of America to do whatever it took to get it done. And I don't care that you don't have a private life. Sorry, but that's the way it goes. Let's see. In other news, this news I didn't like. There are supposedly 697,777 asylum cases on the docket. What is the next big bill? there's been a bill that was introduced yesterday. He is having a meeting with the god of North Korea. My goodness, he is deserving. Yeah, little G for that god. So there's a lot of asylum cases on the docket, which is up from last year, which is crazy. And also, it's like Jeff Sessions said the other day when he was down at the border. We can't take everybody, regardless of their situation. We can't take everybody. And he's absolutely right. We can't. We need to get those people processed to that asylum docket, get them out of here. How many people are coming through? There was a thing I read yesterday. A guy came through saying that, he's seeking asylum, from the caravan, I think it was. Okay, Junior, have a great day. Thank you. Thanks for coming in. And he had a baby with him, trying to pretend that the baby was his. I know, Kim. It's like we can't take everybody. See you tomorrow, Junior. Hopefully you can come back tomorrow if you're able to. Hey, Tom. Good to see you. No way, rent a baby. Yeah, he had a baby that I guess people just, I don't know, he probably killed the mother to take the baby. It wouldn't surprise me. I'm not saying he may have done that, but other people probably do that all the time. I watched the video on the wall. A company is using a bond to build the wall. Looked beautiful. Great. But, these gang members, MS-13, they would have no qualms in killing a mother, father to take a child if they needed it. So it wouldn't surprise me. And they'll probably never find out where that baby came from either, and return it to their parents or living relatives. Let's see. In Las Vegas, the casino mogul Sheldon Adelson. You found me, Lynn. I tell you, I don't know why you can't find me on Periscope anymore or on Twitter. On that note, let's give a big hand. Yeah, Santa Clarita. Woohoo! Let's talk about Santa Clarita. If you haven't seen my article from today, it could have been, Teresa. Absolutely could have been. Can you go to SusanKnowles.com, look at my article today. It's about the pro-Trump patriots who are standing up in California. We need to encourage these people to stand up, stand with them, tweet this stuff out so that you will encourage all patriots. There's a video clip that's inside from the Santa Clarita City Council meeting of this woman. Her name is Genevieve Peters, I found out. And she is part of a group of people. They go from city to city and speak at city council meetings against the sanctuary cities. And so Santa Clarita decided that they too were going to vote against sanctuary cities and join in the lawsuit. Now, what's important about that? Among every other city that's now joined in the lawsuit, that Santa Clarita is basically Los Angeles County. Los Angeles County is practically, I don't know if there's anybody there who isn't, who isn't a Democrat. And it's a huge Hispanic population. I don't know if many of them are there due to sanctuary city reasons or not. But that was a big win, having that happen in Los Angeles. So if you would, please retweet that article because of the video that's inside, along with retweeting this show. Again, as you just heard, Lynn came in. She couldn't find me this morning. It wasn't showing up anywhere on Twitter or Periscope or anything else. Thank you, Chezzy. Wonder where all this money to help them is coming from. Could be George Soros. By the way, George Soros just put a ton, and I mean a ton of money into the race in San Diego, especially the DA's race. Now, the person who's there, oh my gosh, her name just went right out, Summer Stephan. She was in the law school class at my law school a year ahead of me. She's as smart as a whip. Soros has put in, his son is just as bad. Evil begets evil. But they put in a ton of money to unseat her. Soros is so evil. Yep, he really is. And so, again, they're trying everything they can do to keep San Diego and California blue. I'm a crazy retweeter. Lynn, I appreciate all of your retweets. California wants $1 billion to fund health care for illegals. Carly, they've been taking money out of our pockets, ever since before Obamacare. So I'm not surprised. Also in California, the new stupid, crazy law that's going to go into effect, supposedly, that just passed, is that starting in 2020, every new home in California has to have a solar panel. What about the Bibles? I don't know what you're asking, Carmen. But every new home in California will have to have solar panels. Yeah, they have a housing shortage. They complain about the homeless and not having housing for them. They complain about people in solar panels, Teresa. I know, solar panels and white roads. What's next? But don't ask. So that's, talking like Collie said, that's at least like $10,000, and I've heard other people say that too. Yeah, it won't be long before they mandate that on older homes. Will they ban the Bibles yet? Carmen, no, let's not go there. That's not even an accurate story. But anyway, so that's going to be done. And, I don't know how people are going to afford it. You add $10,000 more and they can't store the power. Socialism at work, that's okay, Chesney. Compost toilets are next, or no toilets at all, Brandon. Just stand there and don't create any waste. I mean, they do regulate cow farts in California, so nothing would surprise me. But you can't complain on the one hand that people can't afford housing and they have no place to live, and then you go ahead and you increase the cost. It's another way to take money. Exactly, Lynn. Not only do we have this stupid bullet train for, what is it, $99 billion or whatever it is. Thank you, Dandy. But, we got this Jerry Brown bullet train that nobody except Jerry Brown wanted, that's now being investigated. Hey, Clint, it's absolutely ridiculous. More money than I've ever seen. They even lobbed off part of the money from building it from, I believe, Sacramento down to San Diego, because it was so astronomical already. I saw that there's a war on scooters in San Francisco. Thank you, Clint. There's a war on life and a way of life in San Francisco. I mean, San Francisco, it's so terrible, because San Francisco is beautiful. I mean, you look at the city, it's stunning. It's beautiful. But you would not want to be there. You would not want to live there. You would not really want to go there. I mean, you talk about socialism. Whew. I know, Cully. I mean, that bullet BS train, as Cully is calling it, is the most absolutely insane idea that he's ever had. And I don't know why. I mean, well, obviously, because if we all get on the bullet train, we won't take cars or planes, and so we won't have a big footprint. Meanwhile, Jerry can jet set back and forth across to Paris and for his climate change meetings, and that's okay. That's perfectly fine, because it's Jerry, and he's a socialist. And thank God he's going to be gone soon. Yes, war on life, depopulation plan by globalist, vaccines, and 5G microwaves. Well, plus the waste in the street, which supposedly they're getting rid of the homelessness problem in San Francisco. I imagine they're just going to send them over. What happens in San Francisco? What doesn't happen in San Francisco? San Francisco is probably one of the most liberal places that you could ever be. They have maps telling you where not to go unless you want to walk through the feces and the hypodermic needles in San Francisco. They've got maps of that. California needs to ban private jets. I know. Kelly, a good idea. There to Sacramento. Yeah. It's beautiful, Teresa, but you don't want to go there, and you don't want to live there, and they don't want you to buy there. I don't know what a one-bedroom apartment would be in San Francisco. I would imagine at this point somewhere around $1,800 and upwards. Old TV show, The Streets of San Francisco. Sure, not like that today. Oh yeah, Pelosi also flew White House planes. Dad visited San Francisco and was told by a local that he wasn't safe in the area he was in. Brandon, I'll tell you what happened. We were riding the streetcars there one time, and the trolley car, the streetcars, and we got off, and we needed to get a transfer to get another streetcar that we were going to get on. And I saw this guy. He was a young black male, had a tag that was pinned by a safety pin to his shirt saying, "Buy your transfers here." So my husband wasn't paying attention. He started to go over to the guy. I saw it right away, and I told my husband, "No, stop, don't do it." And so at that almost like the exact moment, somebody had gone over and told the police that here's a scammer, and so they went over and they arrested the guy. I'm glad Clint Eastwood is chiming in now on his perspective of politics. Yeah, I don't know, Clint Eastwood. I would say that he's a little bit too old for office. And why he would want to be in office, I don't know. But, I mean, they're getting older in office, so got to get his needle somehow. I am telling you. Time for a good shaker in San Francisco. That'll clean it up, Noel said. But it was amazing. And this guy, he was a young guy. I mean, obviously, this is how he made his money. The safety pin was a clue, Cully, for those who looked. And it was like a made-up little badge that he had. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. Yeah, that was pretty bad. Go ahead, make my day. I know, Wayne. I love Clint Eastwood. Clint Eastwood used to be, gosh, he used to live in Carmel, which is a beautiful place. Right next to Monterey. I don't know if he's still there or not, or where he lives, but he used to kind of own that place, if you will. Let's see. I don't know if you saw the tweet that came out yesterday about Donald Trump Jr. from that, I don't know what his name is, Philippe Reines, Reines. I guess that's how you say it. He was a former Hillary Clinton advisor. His tweets, he was a mayor at one time. That's right, Cully. Carmel's just this little tiny town, but it's so beautiful. It really is. But he came out and he was taunting, really, Donald Trump about, will Junior run soon? I don't know, Brandon. I'm thinking maybe he would. Did I fire 5 shots or 6? Wayne said. Yeah, so he was talking, he basically was taunting about Donald Trump Jr.'s soon-to-be ex-wife, Vanessa, saying that she was had a former Latin gang member she was hanging out with or whatever, sleeping with, relationship with before she met Donald Jr., and was saying, that every time she was intimate with him, with Donald Jr., she was thinking about the Latin guy. Who knows why this guy did this? I mean, where the craziness came in his head. The whole situation is not good for him. But he later, even Chelsea Clinton said, what you did was vile. She came out and spoke out against it. And he supposedly came out and said, I regret my tweet, but... And then when he said that, he told the MAGA people, take your vitriolic hypocrisy and shove it. He told Donald Trump Jr., you ain't seen nothing yet. I don't know. It doesn't sound like I'm apologizing. Chelsea needs to look at her parents. I know. Hey, Zoe, how are you? And he knows this how. I know. Noel, I don't know what the point was for him doing that, other than just insane jealousy and disrespect. How have you been, Zoe? I mean, because it's crazy. Hey, Robert, good to see you. Hey, Dawn, good morning. Dawn, did you sleep in? No fair sleeping in. So, I don't know. They just keep getting crazier and crazier and crazier on the left. Hey, Julia, he's paid a contributor. Oh, gosh. That went so fast, Julia. I did not see it. Thanks for the flowers, Robert. People, they're just full of evil. I mean, they hate people on the right so bad. Hey, Patrick, good morning. Cover up to protect kids and wife. Powder scare them. Yes. Monica got disinvited to an event Bill would be at. Yes. And she asked for an apology. She did get it. It is so awful, and it is getting much worse. And they don't care that they're lying. They don't care that they're making it up. Yeah, and it's going to get even worse. Why are they so mean? Because it's evil. Pure, simple evil. It's a spiritual battle. It is evil. They want to get back into control. Globalists, elitists will do whatever they have to do. Vitriolic Rosie should go to jail. Broke campaign finance law at least 5 times. Yep. The devil's in them. Yes. He's regularly on Fox. He should lose that job. Yeah, agreed, Julia. Agreed. Yes, makes me so sick. He was jailed for last. Yeah, D'Souza was jailed for last. Yeah, God needs to intervene with these people. I mean, it's going to get worse. Monica should to grab a lawyer. That's right, Susan, get your suit of armor on. Yes. I missed the who did what in that topic. Guy's name is like Philippe Reines, former campaign advisor to Hillary Clinton, had some just god-awful tweets to Donald Trump Jr. about his wife and how when she had sex with Donald Trump Jr., she was thinking about her former boyfriend gang member. Juan Williams says he can't wait for POTUS to be impeached. I can't wait for Juan Williams to lose his job at Fox. I can't. There's a new act that's being introduced. They would shoot their own mother to get back into it. Yes, they would. They would, Zoe. He's a sick man. Yes, he is. I watched Pastor JG's first YouTube video yesterday, 10 years ago, and darker and more hair. I know. It's true. I can't stand Juan, me either. Looks like that Hillary Clinton is wearing some type of either a brace or bulletproof vest on her back. As we know, God will intervene. Yes. Juan Williams is an idiot. He is a left-wing idiot, which is even doubly worse. But yeah, Hillary Clinton has some type of brace on her back. She's got something on her arm from when she fell, brace on her back. I don't know what else. So this act that's being put in place, a body brace, yeah, she may be wearing something to keep her balance. That's what I was thinking, Brandon, to keep her kind of up straight from wobbling so much. She does look bad. She does. So this Protect and Serve Act of 2018, I think is a very good idea. It's to make police officers a special class. Need prayer, it's getting so evil. Absolutely. Hillary backpack for her boss. Cully said. We need to continuously be in prayer. Absolutely. So this act is to make a police a special class. It will make it a federal hate crime. Oh, booze. A federal hate crime if violence is against police. Maximum 10 years for serious bodily injury. Potential life sentence for killing a police officer. Now, this is going to shock you, I know. But listen who opposes this new act that is just right now being put together. The ACLU opposes it, and the NAACP. They say that it extends hate crimes protection to a group that doesn't really need that kind of class protection, and that they're not vulnerable to bias or discrimination. Wow. Over 10 North Carolina counties. Oh, man. That went fast. I know. It says, oh, my gosh. Yep. You know these people. They don't disappoint. If whatever is the most outlandish, upside down, crazy, evil, that's what they're going to say. And so you already know what they're going to say. Yep, more idiots, Kim. That's true. Absolutely. More and more each and every day. On point. Baltimore went over 100 murders this year. Wow. Cully, they're going to be right up there with Chicago pretty soon. 10,000 expected at teachers' protest in Raleigh. Canceled classes next week. Wow. I don't know, Brandon. They're probably watching, Colorado, Arizona. They're getting what they want. So it's like, okay, time for us to get what we want. And so everybody's just deciding to go ahead and do it. It's getting near the end of the year, So probably they're just doing it. Now, this will surprise you, too. Google, so in Ireland, there's going to be a vote on the legalization of Obama. From Asheville to the coast, they are coming. My hometown, Brandon. So disappointed in my hometown and what it's turned into. So there's going to be a vote regarding the legalization of abortion in Ireland. And this will surprise you, but Google has blocked all pro-life abortion ads. I know, Asheville is Little San Francisco, or Santa Cruz, which is even worse, even more liberal. Uh-huh. Yeah, and they're saying Google's saying they're blocking all ads, but they're saying they're finding that it's the pro-life ones. If I get one more unsolicited phone call. I know, aren't you shocked? It's so shocking. Are you kidding? Google's doing that? And here's some information about the education of your children. I'm nowhere near against law enforcement, but something about that scares me. I know what you're saying, Alan. I know what you're saying. I mean, it's kind of putting them, like, giving them more power than they have, but giving them that power doesn't take away your constitutional rights, not by the intent anyway. So I was trying to think of that. Would there be anything that would put them above the law? And it depends on whether or not that you don't like the other classes being protected. Maybe that we should not protect any class. But I think what they should do, that they should just make it where they're not a protected class. But if you kill, don't even say that. Thank you, Zoe, for the super hearts. Don't even say it. Don't make it that. Just say you kill a cop, you're going to get the death penalty automatically. Or you hurt a cop, it's going to be considered, X, Y, and Z, whatever. Here's something, prayer request. I'm in a lot of pain today. Chezzy, let's everybody pray that, hey, Spencer, that the Holy Spirit would heal Chezzy, take away her pain today. Just let the Holy Spirit ask that God would put his hand upon her and remove her pain. If it is his will, lessen that pain and leave her in peace, in the peace of God that surpasses all understanding. Actor Liam Neeson is pushing for that. He's from Ireland. It's sad. Wow. Amen. Amen. And let's pray for Ireland. Let's pray for Ireland, that Ireland does not legalize abortion in its own country. That the people's hearts and minds will open up to God rather than to abortion. Here's some great news, I say sarcastically, from the University of Delaware. They had a recent condom carnival to raise money for Planned Parenthood. So we know that in the minds of college, universities, and different places, and the liberal colleges especially, they're open wide to Planned Parenthood. Any news on Israel is, Kim, is, I had just said at the beginning, and that is when Israel lobbed their missiles into Israel, Israel came back 100-fold after military, I mean, they hit like, I don't know how many sites over there in Syria that had Iran was at. I mean, it kind of like decimated it. Suit of armor, not suit, just had to correct that. That's okay. I knew what you meant, Teresa. I was okay with it. Found this on Philippe Rayans, born November 25th, 1969, American political consultant who joined Department of State as a senior advisor to Hillary Clinton when she became U.S. Secretary of State in 2009. Yep, Monique, former Clinton advisor. And nut job, obviously. Uplifting news, my dogs are awesome. Well, Chessie, we knew that. We've seen the pictures. We know your dogs are awesome. Whose dog isn't awesome? Let's see. Amir will be on at 11 Pacific. Yes. Boycott Israel, folks. Oh, absolutely not, sweetheart. Amir will be on. He will be teaching, though, about a specific subject, Alan. Wasn't that about will there be peace in the Middle East? So it won't necessarily be a talk like he normally does and tells you what's happening. Or what happened last night necessarily, but he'll be teaching. Yep, Fifi is a Republican. Carmen wanted to remind everybody of that. We haven't seen Lee and we haven't seen Chicago Pops lately. I know Chicago Pops had surgery. I'm hoping that they're okay. If anybody sees Lee and Chicago Pops, tell them that they are missed and hopefully they come back real soon. Does he live in the U.S. or Israel? Amir lives in Israel. He's born and raised in Israel. He used to be in the military in Israel. Professor at Duke complained about music being played at the coffee shop and the worker was fired. Rap music. Yeah, it was not only rap music, Brandon, but it was rap music that said the F word and the N word. So, and these are people that should have known better than to have unprofessional things like that going on during business hours. We haven't seen Pat Harley either lately. Yeah, I know. A lot of people probably can't find me anymore. They look for me and can't find me. Can't stand him, total nut job, Monique said about the guy. Well, we have run out of time. I don't know. It's just Chicago Pops is all I know, but I don't know what it is, Catherine. We've run out of time. I can't believe that hour went so fast. I didn't even know it was over. So you guys have a great day. I will see you tomorrow, God willing, and if we don't get raptured overnight, just kidding. But I'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day. Peace with you all. Glad to see everybody coming in. Please retweet this if you will, so that people will know that we are still here. All right. Thank you, guys. God bless you. Don't forget my article as well. SusanKnowles.com. Thank you, YouTube. We'll see you tomorrow. Thank you for sharing this. Monique, have a wonderful time tonight. It'll be amazing.